Oh, John, I called Jen because we have something we need to talk about.
What's that, boss?
Well, I heard through the grapevine that you made a special accommodation for that family that owns a new pizza joint and has a sick little girl. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I felt sorry for them because they couldn't pay cash, and you said I couldn't take their credit card. So I just sort of threw in the repair part as I wrote up the deal, so they could afford to pay cash for the service call. We have a good service reputation in town, and I didn't think you would really mind, seeing as how the kid was sick and all.
We just had that ethics training about a month ago. Didn't you think that what you were doing might be wrong?
Well, I did have a hard time making the decision, and my stomach bothered me for a couple of days, but I thought it was wrong not to repair the system since the sick kid needed it, just because they couldn't pay cash like you wanted them to. And they were good customers with one of our systems in the house. And besides, we often include the price of parts in a quote for a service job. So I figured, wasn't that unusual? Besides, I did get her to pay cash, so I did what you said in that memo.
Don't you think that I can interpret this as you stealing a part from the company? John, you're a good serviceman. I've never heard anything from anybody to indicate that you're dishonest. But according to our policy manual, I could fire you for this.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. I like working here, and I think I do a good job.
You know, business research shows that, generally speaking, in any business, there are 10% of the people that will take advantage of a situation for personal gain, so long as they think they won't get caught or that the punishment won't be too bad. And about 40% will just follow the rules because they believe in following the rules. And another 40% will do what everybody else does. Then, there's always about 10% who have their own strong moral values, and they'll go by those, no matter what. Those people think that their values are more ethical than other people's guidelines. I've always thought of you as part of this 10% that obeyed their conscience.
I guess I've always thought so, too.
But John, according to the research, that leaves 90% of my employees who might be influenced by your behavior and my response to it. Now, what if I let you get by with this and others see that I allowed it? What if everybody here just threw it apart whenever they wanted to?
Yeah, I could see that would be a problem for sure.
On the other hand, I was very proud to hear that you did not use that consumer confidence report the village put out to scare that woman to death. I heard that you reassured her that the report didn't show anything terribly scary to panic about. You know, we talked about the fact that it is against the WQA's industry code of ethics to use scare tactics to influence customers. I'm pleased you didn't do that.
Yeah, I remember that discussion, but I wouldn't have done that anyway. I would have been lying to her. Besides, she has enough to worry about with the sick child and her husband losing his job and the new business not doing too well.
John, what do you think we should do about this problem?
Well, it's okay with you. Why don't we just deduct the cost of the part from my next paycheck?
Well, let's ask the people in the audience. How do you out there think we should resolve this issue?